Good evening. I'm just driving home now, enjoying the sunshine. Lovely summer's evening here on the south coast of England, and it's making me feel quite happy and relaxed, which is a complete opposite of how I felt yesterday when I took my Leaf in for its service. Now I made a video. I was recording during the day just to kind of keep an update about what was going on, thinking it would just be a straightforward pop into the garage. It's the second service for this car, so year 2, which is the major service. I had a courtesy car arranged, which was going to be a Leaf, and I thought I'd pick that up, drive it around for the day, talk a bit about the Leaf that I was in, and then go and pick my car up and tell you about the service. I didn't think anything much would happen. As it turned out, Nissan completely let me down. They the arrangement we had that I was going to drop it off really early so I could then pick it up again at lunchtime so I could collect the children didn't go as planned. They didn't even get it on the ramp. Certainly at 2:30 when I phoned them to find out what was going on, they still hadn't even looked at it. So we had a bit of a fallout. I was a little bit down, and hence the video was a little bit down as well. So I scrapped all that, and I thought I'd just give you a kind of a brief overview that ultimately it got sorted. Bless her, a poor lady that works at Nissan had to wait until 6:30 at night till I could get there to collect the car, just because they wouldn't let me keep the courtesy car for another day. So she was absolutely fantastic. She couldn't apologise enough, and subsequently this morning I had another phone call from Nissan customer service apologising again. So what was a very poor service during the day, they're trying to make up for. Things of note, it sailed through its service. The back page of the service report you get is all about your battery health. Now my battery hasn't dropped any of its bars at all on its health, and interestingly enough, on the printout, after 2 years and 26,500 miles, my battery is still at 5 stars. There's lots of different breakdowns on it, and in fact what I'll do is I'll copy it and I'll put it on the video so you can have a little look. In fact, it might appear about here right now. So I was really pleased with that. My battery is, considering I don't look after it, all I do is plug it in every night, drive it during the day. If I need a rapid charge, I rapid charge. If I'm going somewhere where there's free charging, I'll stick it in because it's free charging. So I do nothing at all to look after it. I don't stop at 80%, I don't recharge at 20%, I just use the car. We always talk about the good stuff in these cars, and I thought, well, what bad things are there? What things am I disappointed with? And the only thing I could really come up with, they're kind of nitpicky things. So for example, this shiny plastic that's all around the front here, I really don't like that. Marks really easily, especially when you've got kids, and it's really hard to keep clean. Not keen on the sat nav. It works, but it's not particularly clear. I tend to just use the one on my phone, which is Google Maps. I find that a lot better than the one in here. The only other thing that kind of bothers me in here is the connectivity with my phone. Both Sarah and I are connected to this car, but if I've been driving the car and my phone's connected, if I get out and then the next day Sarah gets in, her phone doesn't automatically connect. She has to tell the car to connect. I wish it would just do that automatically. These are nitpicky things. I'm really kind of struggling to find any negatives, to be honest. And I'm also really conscious that I always talk to you from inside the car. We talk about bits in the car. I've never really kind of shared my views of the outside of the car. So I'm going to go and park up in a sec, and I'll give you a bit of a rundown on my views of what I like, what I don't like, and some of the improvements I hope will come with the 2018 Leaf. A better place to show you around my car. This is a 2015 Nissan Leaf Techna. So when I bought it, it was top of the range, and all bar the 6.6 kilowatt charger and the solar charging panels on the roof. It's pretty much got everything on here. So I really like the side of it, and I like all the added trims of the chrome and the painted wing mirrors. And I think just from the side it just looks like a nice imposing car. Again, the back also I really like. I like the little blue touches on there. I like the zero emission badges. I was really specific when I bought the car that I didn't want any of the garage stickers on it and the Made in England stickers. I just wanted it left as plain as possible. And I like these high LED tail lights. I think they're really effective and work really well. The bit that I don't like so much is the front. And I know this is it's chalk and cheese. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm not a big fan. I totally get the styling of it. I understand why they've done it. And the main reason is around aerodynamics. And things like these headlights, they've designed them so that as you're driving along, the air comes through the headlights and that pushes it over the wing mirrors. By doing that, you reduce the noise in the cabin. So it makes perfect sense. But it's one of those, I suppose it's from the beginning of design, it's form over function. Do you want it to look amazing, or do you want it the function of it to be really good? I think they've tried to do a bit of both here, and I think they've ended up with a bit of a bug-eyed front end of a car. I don't think it's ugly, just not my cup of tea. But the flip side is, if it wasn't like this, with the battery that's in it, it probably wouldn't be anywhere near as economic, and I'd probably be charging a lot more. So nothing I can do about it. I'm happy with it. It'll be interesting to see what they do on the new one, because obviously the battery's going to be bigger. Will they sacrifice some of those aerodynamics in order to make the styling better? Now, we've seen some little clues of it, but we haven't seen more than just like the front grille. So I think what we're all expecting is something like the new Micra, something along those lines, perhaps a little bit bigger than that. It's reasonably aerodynamic, that car, in its looks, but certainly doesn't have the same styling cues as the current Leaf. In fact, I don't think anything does. Now, here is a really big positive for the Leaf. I cannot see out of this junction at all, and obviously I'm turned on. I can't see out this junction at all. The engine is on and I'm creeping forward, but because there's no engine noise, I can hear if there's any cars coming. There is an added safety feature that you never thought would turn you on. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you a very quick kind of overview of my experience of going to the local Nissan garage and what happened with my service, and just a few of my thoughts on bits and pieces inside and mainly outside the car. So thanks ever so much for watching again. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it and share it, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care.